Bow, 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 bow. What's up, motherfuckers? Yo, it's the Void Basement. Shittiest show on the internet. I'm here with Radar and Satellite. We're going to get into them, but first, you all know from last podcast, Basement Fest 3, July motherfucking 23rd. We will have more details, more flyers coming out in terms of my stream. That's going to be Monday through Friday, 3 to 4 times a week. Any other bulletin board things
There's
you
more
gotta do?
stuff coming up, but I don't know if it's going to be public when this goes live, so just check our Instagram.
TikTok's on the way. We got more stunts, bro. I'm in my
If you like
Steve-O
watching
art.
Alex be in pain or uncomfortable, follow our TikTok.
I'm gonna start eating weird shit. Surströmming, fucking donkey balls. It's all happening. The Void Basement, all right?
Yeah, baby.
But without further ado, who the fuck are y'all? Why don't you introduce yourself to the motherfucking basement?
Yeah, we're Radar and Satellite. I'm Mike. This is Aiden.
That's right.
Mike and Aiden.
That's all we got. I guess you'll learn more as we go through.
Yeah.
Well,
Get there.
why don't I ask you this? What do each of you do in the band? Because, we have every type of fan. Hyperpop, rap,
Oh, okay.
DJs, anything. So, they want to
Oh,
know.
weird
They
shit.
got to know. I'm like Nardwuar in this bitch. They got to know.
I
Yeah.
play guitar. We kind of all switch around a
Yeah,
bit. Yeah, but I mainly play guitar.
I'm mostly on bass.
And facial expressions. My man plays facial
Yeah.
expressions. He
Yeah.
got that shit on lock.
Someone's
right.
got to do it, man. If no one else in the band, everybody,
Someone gotta do it.
even if the music's like you're not into it, at least you could laugh at the guy making faces on stage.
I love him. All right. All right. So you, what was it? What did you say you perform? Because I didn't.
I
see
play
you.
bass. Yeah, I wasn't at the
Yeah.
I
gig
know.
you were at.
Well, we'll get into that,
Set
but
this up,
for
but-
sure, we got the bass, we got the guitar. What, 2/3 of Radar and Satellite, or was it 2/4?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we go
half. Half, it kind of, man. People go in
Yeah.
and out.
There
All
are
right.
highlights.
They're here,
We've been the-
motherfuckers. Radar and
This is
Satellite's
the-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty
Um,
much radar and satellite. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's really the core.
The core of it.
Yeah.
I
Coming
was
up
actually
on,
going to ask
3
you.
years now, I think, together. We started out in July of 2019, so
Yeah, 3 years.
yes.
Yeah, because I think your oldest project is 2019, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Milk EP or something like
Warm
that,
Milk.
right?
Warm Milk.
Yeah.
Warm Milk. Oof.
Well,
Ugh.
that's the question.
I'm not a milk fan, all right? You know what I'm saying? I'm more with the almond milk. I like my nut milk, not really the
It's a
cow
metaphor,
titty
man.
milk.
It's a
Oh,
metaphor.
okay. It's a metaphor. Everything's a metaphor. So how'd you get the name Radar and Satellite?
You want to tell the story?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there's
we're,
a story.
It's not, a
Not,
crazy.
not much of a
not
story,
crazy.
more of a stupid story, but
Hey.
we were down in Seaside, and we were watching the weather one morning, and we saw satellite/radar on the weather report, and we said, radar and satellite, that sounds pretty cool. And I just texted it to him, and
That's
then
it.
That's a
that's
cool
kind of
band
been
name.
it.
Sometimes-
Yeah, I love when you're like, yeah.
Alright, so there's not like some deep poetic metaphor.
No, there's
meaning.
no. It's literally just two words that look cool together.
Yeah.
That's how we came with Balls Deep. So how did you discover Balls Deep? Like, were you the one that put that together for that show that we did? Because for those you don't know, I'll just tell you now. Like my first show with my band Balls Deep was with Radar and Satellite headlining
That was your first show?
ever. Yeah, that was my
Oh
first
wow,
show ever.
I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Now I'm
Shame
doing
I
my
missed
solo
that.
rap shit, so I've done a couple little gigs here and there, but I'm definitely gonna be doing more as my projects come out. But yeah, that was my first gig, so we
Wow.
wanted to go. We did rehearse a lot though.
No,
you
you
could tell.
guys went crazy for
Yeah,
that.
I
we
would
did
come
rehearse
home
a lot.
from work sometimes and hear some weird shit coming through the basement floor. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, nah.
What's going on?
So you guys didn't put the artists on that one together. You guys just kind of were just like, fuck it, we're doing it.
That was when was that? 2021? Was that last year?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Nick. Guy
Shout out
from
Nick.
Sist. Yeah, I think we wanted to go back there and play again because we played with him. We played with Nick when he was playing with
Disposables?
Disposables. Yeah,
right.
Josh,
Oh.
buddy Josh's band, and
They
he
played
was
at our
filling in
first
on
gig.
drums. Yeah, and then eventually, they finally did shows again down there, and they wanted us back down there. That was pretty much it. They were just like,
Wow.
"You guys want to come play?" And we're like, "All right, why not? I guess so."
What kind of experience have you had before that? Like, have you guys been doing shows since 2019?
Our first show was pre-pandemic. It was
Whoa.
January
yeah,
19th.
January 19th,
2020.
2020.
Hey, that's how we came about. So I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we started
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
when
we
the world
started
went to
January
shit.
2020. We're like, all right, let's take this slow, I guess.
How
And
did it
then,
go?
The first gig, I don't know. Maybe it was because it was like first gig. You know what I mean? But
It,
it's
was,
like,
it felt like it went really well.
it was euphoric.
A lot of people were.
That's
A lot of
That's how I felt my
family
mind
friends
went.
and stuff.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
there was like 12 people, but those 12 people were fucking with us by the end of it.
Yeah,
Like at first they were like,
exactly.
"What's going on?" And then they were
Exactly.
like, Would you say like you had any gripes necessarily,
Mhm.
or like were you just you were euphoric? You're like, this, we hit it out of the park. Did you rehearse extra or?
I mean, to that point, we'd been rehearsing for that show's in January. We started practicing
September.
semi-regular. Yeah, because I would go away to college, so we'd only be able to practice like
it's
one day a
hard,
month
yeah, to do shit like that.
Damn.
until like the weeks leading up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of did like once a week, that kind of deal. But
Yeah.
I mean, like a bit.
So you're the college nerd and he's the fuck school nerd?
Yeah, pretty much.
I respect that.
I was there for a little bit and left.
That's exactly how we are.
What would you say caused that? I mean, I feel like everybody's story is different with how they don't hate or how they hate the education system.
Never said I liked it. I was just in it. I was too far deep.
Cheers.
Ah,
That's
see,
true.
you're like me. For me,
I was too far deep.
I was like, all right, I've already given these fuckers so much money, like I might as well finish.
Can't
Might
Like,
as well
quit
get a
now.
return on
can't
That's-
quit now.
that's where I was
literally-
at, yeah.
nah, like that's kind of like the same deal with like the senior that drops out. It's like I respect those people that do it because they have like endless confidence I'll never reach.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, bro, I could never quit as a senior.
yeah.
Like I gotta do it.
Not at all,
Well, how did it
man.
happen for you? I'm always curious. I'm not gonna judge. I don't give
No,
a fuck. At the end of the day, there's millionaires that got no type of fucking
Yeah,
street,
exactly.
no type of educational credit, and money ain't everything either. But what made you make that choice? I would love to know.
A lot of it was sitting around. It was probably after the pandemic. I thought about it the most because just being home and paying the same for an education that I wasn't getting nearly the
Bro,
same
that was
advantages.
crazy. When I heard
I
my
mean,
friends
that
were
was
like,
a-
we have to pay
a lot
dorm
of it.
fees, and we're not staying in a dorm.
Yeah, that's
I was like,
crazy.
how? That's criminal. That's
Yeah.
literally criminal
That's
to me,
literally
yo.
stealing
Like,
money,
how the
bro.
fuck? You're literally charging rent, and you ain't even getting.
Yeah.
Like
Nobody's
what?
living there.
So, you guys went to schools where you dormed, or did you go to a school where you dormed? I mean, you don't have to share, obviously.
No,
we
I'll
don't
share,
talk
man.
about it.
yeah.
Open book, man. I got lucky. I was able to go away because I got a pretty good deal into New York State.
Oh,
they give me-
you're at NYU. Wow.
No,
that's great.
I was in SUNY Oswego, man.
Oh,
it's like,
okay,
It's like
okay.
near Syracuse. I just figured New York State.
Hey, New York State's beautiful, man.
It's so nice up there. Yeah, that was part
that
of
water
growing
hits
up there.
different, man.
It's
Facts. That
fresh.
air.
It's
crispy.
fucking fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot
Oh,
better
yeah.
than Jersey air.
When we go to
Absolutely.
New York, when we come back to Jersey, the difference in the air quality.
We have that Staten Island air, bro.
I'll bring friends down because they're all from like Buffalo or like
Yeah.
related like backwoods areas of like
Yeah.
New York State. And then you open the window once you get across like because you'll come down 80 and go through Pennsylvania.
Yeah, when I hit
You
PA,
get the
when I
air,
hit
the
PA,
air every
oh my
time.
God.
Every time you open up the windows, the air comes in and everyone's like, "Oh my
You gotta
god!"
close the
This
windows.
yeah, you close the windows immediately. It's
Who
like, welcome to
died?
New Jersey, man.
That's
Yeah.
because all them mob bodies are buried in here,
That's
bro.
right.
Yeah, they got it.
We got history.
So
Yeah.
you went to I'd never heard that area, but I'm assuming it's like your average run of the mill, like New York college type deal.
It's in the middle of nowhere. The only reason the town sort of exists
Is
is 'cause
for
A, they had a
that,
college,
yeah.
B, they have like a nuclear power plant that
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
and it beeps every night, so you can hear it. You know
Really?
it's always there.
Wow. What's the scene like out there, musically?
Absolutely nothing.
Well, what is the school like known for? Like, what is it like their top
Um,
kids or like what are they medicine kids?
No, Al Roker, like broadcasting.
That's right.
Al Roker's like you see his face everywhere. Steve Levy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Al Roker, I think's on NBC.
Oh,
He
yeah,
used to do
he's-
the Thanksgiving Day parade all the time. They
Oh,
used to
for
be his
Macy's
thing.
and thing?
Yeah.
Wow,
And then it's a bunch
okay.
of like sports casters like Steve Levy.
Dang, I'm sure
people
you're
like
creating
that.
grifters every
And,
fucking day.
Yeah.
How many Steven Crowders came out that bitch, bro? I can't
Oh.
imagine. I can't imagine.
Oh man.
So-
Jeremy Seinfeld. Seinfeld.
Jerry
Jeremy
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Yeah,
Jeremy.
Jeremy
Jerry's
Seinfeld.
his evil brother where he
Yeah.
does edgy comedy instead of Hey, I like Jerry Seinfeld's a goat, man. Do you guys have like a comedy side? Do you enjoy comedy with
That's-
music?
Yeah,
With music? Yeah,
absolutely.
definitely.
I
was
think
mentioning
both
comedy.
of those elements, like music kids and comedy kids, like they sit at the table
Oh,
together, and then it's
yeah.
like jocks, and then like fucking like radio broadcasters probably sit together because like I've never really
Big
gotten into it.
personalities.
Yeah, I
Yep.
can see that. So,
Yep.
what are some of your favorite comedians?
Oh wow, comedians! Wow,
I'll tell you mine off the rip. I love Hannibal Buress. I
that's
love.
great.
I actually have a soft spot for Nick Swartz. I know he hasn't done shit in like 5 years. He's been kind of on his like Florida old man get fucked up wave.
Mhm.
Okay.
He's
But-
been doing podcasts and stuff though. too.
Yeah, he's starting to get
He's
back into the
hilarious on
mix.
them.
Yeah, I saw he did a thing with Ryan Stickler like recently. That was pretty
That
interesting.
was great.
Yeah, you watch Honey. Oh,
I do.
okay. So this
I
guy
do.
is deep in the podcast
I am.
game.
He's
The
the one out of
comedy
the
and
both of
podcast,
us
yeah,
to talk to.
Absolutely.
No. I for sure I think comedy helps with music because comedians say things that musicians say in a way. It's like, all right, you want to talk about some fuck shit? You can either tell a joke or write a song. That's
Yeah.
kind of how I see
Yep.
it.
And it's all like comedy. It all like feeds into each other. Comedy
Yeah.
and music. They're all like social commentary in a way.
So for the band, would you say like you're more of the, you bring like the not really necessarily the lyric theme, but like you bring the, all right, here's what we're gonna talk about, and then you make it sound good kind of deal, or is it the opposite?
I feel like we more just make stuff.
I'm always
that we
curious
think-
with the formula, you know.
Yeah, I get you.
We more make stuff just sounds fun, and then
Okay.
that we like. If it sounds good to us, that's what we'll play, and then
So like in a jazz sense,
almost
or is it still
free
very
flowing in that way. I would say,
free flowing? Okay.
Yeah.
but more structured than some jazz.
But yeah, not to keep talking too fucking much. But what are some of your inspirations? Whether it's comedy, music, we gotta know. We gotta know.
I think comedy and music. There's Ween for the both
I mean,
of us.
yeah, Ween,
Oh,
Ween's
Mango
a big
Woman
one.
is
I
fucking
love
one of my favorite songs.
Mango
man.
Woman,
Yeah.
that's a deep cut right there.
I
It
love
is.
that song,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah. Ween's one of my favorites ever. They do the comedy, music thing real well. Parquet Courts, another one. They're not really
Yeah.
comedic at all.
They can be.
Yeah.
they're
Yelling
so
fuck
silly.
Tom
Yeah.
Brady and all that,
Devo, somewhat. They're
Devo.
comedic in their own
okay.
way.
Okay.
I don't know what else we got, man. What's the King Giz? I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, they can
Another-
get fun and comedic.
You know
definitely.
what, Void family, y'all have heard King Gizzard a million times, yo. I gotta give these guys more of a deeper rap because the only album I like by them is the one that everybody hates, which is like their most recent one, where it's just like the
Butterfly.
I think it's like
2000
it's like
with
the brown cover with like a bunch of polka dots on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no one
that's-
fucks with
wait,
that album like
Which
that.
one?
The polka dots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has polka dots all over. I'm not a big fan of them,
Butterfly.
so
Butterfly.
yeah.
Yeah, butterfly.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of them, but
Mhm.
that album I gave a whole listen, and I was just like, wow, this is actually really good. And then
Yeah.
the old stuff is just too Zeppelin to me, and I'm not a big Zeppelin guy,
Uh-huh.
so it's like
I could hear that.
I can see that.
I'm not the biggest Zeppelin guy. To me, I think a lot of their songs are way too fucking long, bro. For me personally.
That's
I
true.
get it.
There's some like
Well,
8,
yeah.
9-minute
For everyone, yeah.
epics in there that don't have to be that long.
But how about you? What are some of your inspirations? I gotta know the comedians you fuck with, man. It really tells a lot about a person.
Comedians, guys like Dave Attell.
Oh,
Burr.
okay,
I
Bill
love
Burr.
Dave Attell. I watched a whole bunch of Insomniac.
Oh
You
my
know,
god,
that
yes,
is-
classics.
He's just a free flowing, like it's funny with everything, no matter what. It's like a
I also like how
conversation with people.
Yeah, he keeps it
setting up
real. He has that
himself on stage.
Patrice O'Neal quality to him, where he's like,
Patrice is
"I
great.
will tell you straight to your face, you're a fuck up," and
Yeah.
I love that. Like, there's no because that reminds me of my own family. Us Jersey people, we're fucking annoying, we're ignorant. We will tell you to your face, you suck.
Yeah.
All right. And if your comedy does that, I have a soft spot for it.
It brings home.
I feel like Hannibal kind of does that, but he does the questiony kind of style of that. But for comedy, I mean, so you're into podcast heavy then. What are some of your
Yeah.
favorites with that, and some of your
Yeah.
favorite musicians?
Podcast wise, the Honeydew is great. I love that because seeing people that are famous talk about things that are, that have brought their life down so much, or like super heavy stories.
Yeah,
It's
true.
really interesting to see how the people
That shit
sit
gets me
back
through
and
work,
laugh at
man.
it.
That shit gets me through work.
Yeah.
Cause I'll be working, I'm doing some dumb shit. I'm like, man, I hate this job. Then you hear how bad these people got it,
Yeah.
and they're all. I mean, like, sure, they're way more successful than I am and everything, but it's like they had way more trials and tribulations than I got. So it's like, I'm good, But
But yeah, music wise, I'd have to say, I don't know. Maybe people like, personally, like Typo Negative. Sound like
Okay.
that the lead bassist kind of, it was a lead bassist, I'm not saying I am, but having that guy that was just up in front that was able to do something with the bass, that was able to be like, almost like orchestrating in a way. That's a pretty big influence.
So you
more personally in music.
you
but-
think it's more of like a stage presence thing with that?
Yeah. with
Okay,
that-
cool.
with
What
that,
about you? What is your
definitely.
stage presence like? Do you have any inspirations towards that?
Um,
Because for those who don't know, his stage presence is very unique. I will say, like, you really do some. You go insane on the membrane,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
yeah. Thanks. I mean, we watch like a lot of like live shows on YouTube.
really, that's
Yeah.
the first, yo. I never really liked that, to be honest. I tried watching a lot of like live, like old school rock shit. There's a lot of times I will rather watch old school rock shit because I hate watching live rap shit and stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just it don't hit the same as if when you're there. Like when you're
Oh.
there, it's so much better. But I can kind of see that. It's like same
That-
with stand up too.
That shit's nice though, but you got to find the videos of like it's just some phone in a corner
Oh,
in
yeah.
like some
Oh,
shitty venue, and it's just
wow,
some.
okay.
You know what I mean? Like you need to
Yeah.
find like that like it's
got that
uploaded in
homegrown
like
feel.
like late 2008, like it's in like 480p, and like it sounds like balls, but like you can rock with it because the energy's in the
Yeah.
building, man. But stage presence, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess I have no idea. I guess I just
kinda
like to have a
hard
good
to-
time
Just
up
feeling
there.
it up
Yeah,
there.
I'm just feeling it.
All right, well, now let's get into the promo portion. Red Kettle, out now. Been out for, I think that's, what is that, your album for this year? You guys are going to tour with, or, you know, do as many sets as you can with that? Or you have something new coming out? Maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, we're always kind of working on something, no matter what. We're always
That's
making
good.
songs.
That's a good philosophy to have, to be honest. Because,
Yeah.
you know, you
We don't
wanna
really
keep
have like
developing.
the tour philosophy of like, oh, we got to get these songs out and play them live. It's more like a
That's kind of how
What do
I
we
do
like
it
to-
personally, because I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, so I really like putting the comedic sense of like how they do things to music, because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. So for me, it's like, all right, I come up with 30 minutes. That's gonna last me like 6 months, 8 months, and then
Yeah.
I'll come up with another 30 minutes.
I get you. Yeah. No, I write a lot of songs like all
Yeah,
the
you-
time. He writes a good amount, and then we pretty much just like, all right, well, it's been long enough since we've done an album or whatever, and we just combine them. And go
So
from
how did
there.
Red Kettle come to be?
What was that? Like I think we
late December it came out.
late December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
December
we
2021.
recorded that over the summer last year,
Yeah.
and then I took it up to school with me and mixed it up there.
Using them resources. See,
Yeah, maybe.
that's a good thing
Yeah.
to do, to be honest.
Oh,
You
no,
might as
not
well.
even, man. I wasn't even able to go like onto the studio on campus or anything. It was just
Damn.
my own setup. But
What?
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
this
they
guy
don't-
would lug his own setup back and
You
forth.
pay all
for
these
6
motherfuckers.
hours.
You pay all these monies, and they don't even let you use the studio.
no, man. It,
I'm sure that I'm like
it
you
was
said.
like it was like the honestly, I can't blame them because like it was the first semester back with a new studio too. Like they got the new studio. COVID hit. No one was able to use it for like a year and a half or like 2.
And
And
plus you're
then
fighting
the
over
first
hella
thing back,
broadcasters.
And now you have people. No, it was pretty much just the recording kids at first, but this is supposed to be like the third class, and like the first 2 were virtual. So some of those people had never touched a board. Some of those people had never.
So they're behind.
th-
Yeah.
there was a real
It's
divide.
like prioritization.
Yeah, there was a real.
That's so sad.
But
It does
that
suck.
leads to why the studio wasn't open because you have someone that goes in there, they have no idea what they're doing, they touch everything, and then you walk in, it's broken. So either way, it's like, do I want
It's
to
a
use?
community thing.
Yeah.
You have to share
Yeah.
stuff. So if you break it, you fuck everyone.
How'd you
else
get
up,
into
right?
the whole mixing game?
I started making songs in like high school, and then I don't know. I just thought mixing was fun. It's like computer
what was your
science in a
dream
way,
bef-
where you just kind of
Yeah.
put shit
'cause
together.
before the
and
podcast, Shaw, he was telling me you were into computer science. So how did you go from, like, what was your dream from like 7 years old type beat? Like, what were you trying to do at first before you got into music?
I always wanted to do like some sort of software kind of deal, like
Okay.
either making games, like
That's my
like
dream, to be
ideally
honest.
like make games, or but that's still alive because now you can do the sound or whatever too.
That's literally my philosophy, bro.
Mhm.
I've never connected so hard, yo. Because for me, that's the reason I got into music. Because I'm like, yo, I want to make some like incredible soundtracks for a Nintendo game or some shit. Because
yeah.
that's part of what I listen to. Like, believe it or not, I listen to a lot of OSTs.
Mhm.
I love watching the composing of like the Zelda music, like
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of shit. I would love to see that
Yeah,
live too. But
that's-
they don't really do tours or anything. But yeah, for me, the sound aspect of games has always been, because that's kind of what your brain clings to.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It makes stuff feel realistic. You know, it
Gameplay
makes you-
is so boring
brings you
without
in.
sound. Trust me, y'all.
Mhm.
If you play Call of Duty without the sound, it is the most weird shit ever. It is like, it doesn't even feel like a game. Like, you're just kind of like moving. It's weird to explain, but just try it. Just next time you play a video game, y'all, mute your fucking TV. It is weird. All right, it'll make you trip out. It feels like that game Limbo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
when did the divide happen for you? When were you like,
Oh.
fuck learning this coding shit? I'm with the mixing.
This was what was it, sophomore, so this is fall 2019. I was doing like 2 computer science classes. One was like okay, the other one we had to like learn a new language every 2 weeks,
Dude,
and you'd
what?
switch from like C, and then you're doing like.
So you're not even learning, actually. You're just
No,
like,
they were-
passing a test.
They were
basically.
essentially teaching you how to learn a new language, like learn how to learn.
How to learn different syntax.
Yeah, and like it's just like so much. They give you so much
Yeah,
work.
that's like sensory overload. Learning a different language every 2 weeks.
Yeah, what the fuck is y'all high school about,
It's-
man?
well,
Jesus.
They're computer science guys on the board for like Java,
Oh.
so they go hard on that
Yeah,
stuff.
they go
Yeah.
nutty.
I'm also taking at the same time an audio class. Like it was introductory to like electronic music, and I don't make electronic music.
Ah,
It's still
so it's just like the
experience, though.
paths are there.
The whole like idea, because like, you know, I'm working on like a program, and then I'm working on a song, and I was like, man, this is like, if I could actually do this,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
When you feel the difference between
Yeah.
doing those two things, and you're like,
It's like
Yeah.
go
I
have
left.
a
It's
preference
like go
here.
left or go right.
Uh,
What are
and,
you gonna pick?
and I was at the point where I was like, well, I could still change if I want to graduate and like don't have to stay, you know, any extra time, because that was the whole thing. Like, I don't want to stay extra. Then I have to, you know. So I said fuck it and switched over. But that was pretty much it. And then
Do you
from there,
miss it?
yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is the thing that people never get. Like, with this coding shit, it's constantly evolving. So if you had learned Java, tough titty, bro, that's gone now.
It's
Like,
gone.
it's not even
It's
useful.
gone.
You can't even
Yeah.
use it. So what's the point?
The thing I did, I went to a vocational high school.
Same with me,
we met in
yeah.
computer science.
We met in computer
I was in
science.
computer science,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what they were teaching you guys, but for us, like, I mean, like, this is like 2014. We were doing like HTML.
We did more of
Yeah,
the-
we started with HTML.
We did
Yeah.
HTML.
HTML,
You know, I've done
SQL.
HTML, SQL. Yeah, we did more of the cybersecurity side of things too.
Yeah.
So we would do
They let
like,
us kind of like specialize.
all right, make a server rack. All right, make the server rack not fuck up. That was kind of our
Fuck it
deal.
up.
It's so stupid, man. They're teaching us like how to make Flash animations in like junior year, and
It's
they're
different.
teaching us
That's-
I learned visual
And,
like,
studio.
We have some UK viewers. This is why the American system is fucked up, because it's all based on what parents bring in and pay for their taxes is what the fuck you're gonna be learning, bro. Like our class, we had like enough money to get a server rack, so they're like, all right, we're gonna destroy the server rack
We're gonna
50
take
million
this apart
times,
60
Oh.
so you can learn this
So,
shit.
they had this. I went to a county school, so they had money from the whole county. That wasn't the issue. They had like a new plans for a new
No.
computer science building.
That's what I'm about to say. If you have the
so they
board
just
of
stopped caring for a
Java,
while.
if you have the board of Java working at your fucking school,
Oh, no,
like
that was
clearly.
that was college. I'm talking about
Oh.
the vocational
Oh,
school
oh,
now.
oh,
The one
okay,
who
okay.
we were learning like Photoshop and all that, whatever. and
So
Flash
yeah,
and-
so you would say the jump from high school to college is what really fucked it up for you. It's like,
Not
bro,
even, man. It was really just like doing both of those, realizing that one was what I wanted to do and one that I didn't want to do that I was in already, and it was like.
how about you? What did you go to school for, etc.?
I was originally in for business, but I never really decided on a major. And I had transferred schools because I didn't like, I was at Ramapo, I didn't like that, and went over to Montclair. And then really I just, being around in college, I really didn't feel like it was for me,
Yeah,
for something to
No,
do.
no, not like-
I'm more of like a hands-on.
Not like
kinda
about
guy.
college. I'm talking about like what was
Oh,
your
like
dream as a young
Dreaming,
boy?
but like as a kid, I don't even remember. I was.
Some people
I probably
feel
wanted to be like a
don't ever know.
firefighter for a while. Honestly,
Really?
yeah.
Holy shit! And you ended up with
Stuff
music.
like that. Yeah.
I
Wow.
wanted to be the first.
But
It's
I've always been
interesting.
into music.
the first
It's very
pizza
interesting.
parlor owner
It's
in
really
space. Y'all fuck with that?
Huh?
I did. I wanted to be the first pizza parlor owner. in
My
space.
dream was to be a
Oh,
gunsmith.
astronaut was in there.
Yeah.
That was absolutely in
I
there.
was
Gunsmith
just
was-
trying to trap
Gunsmith?
pizza.
Yeah,
out to
so
space.
you
That
could
is
see,
crazy.
my teachers were looking at me like, gunsmith, motherfucker, you should not be writing this on the paper.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I'm like, I don't know. I just fucking know.
I just think they're cool.
I used to watch that show where they like make weird ass guns and shit. I don't know what it's called. I forget, but so I was into gun. I'm like, okay. And now it's like, I ain't fucking with guns right now, bro. Like, it's a bit hot. But no, it's interesting, bro. It's like, so you had like a path with this kind of like electronics kind of side, and you had just a path of like just fucking with music in terms of like more of a fan style, or were you playing young?
Yeah, I was always interested in music. My dad was in bands since
Ah,
before I
okay,
was
okay.
born. Up until I was like 5, he was in bands, and he was always showing me music, and that was where I just became a fan of music. I really started
What were
playing.
some of the
a
things he
couple
would
years
show you?
ago.
What were some of the things you would show?
Wow, he showed me a lot of what I listened to. A whole lot. Majority, like the
Wow.
core of it probably is all from him. Like the Doors and he, obviously I can still
What a
remember
cool
the first time I
dad,
heard the Beatles
man.
and stuff like that. But
See, Dad, if I knew where the fuck you was at, bro, you could have did all these things for me. You piece of shit. But what would you say is the song you recommend off Red Kettle for all my viewers to check out? Because I would love to. I always like to know what a band thinks is a song to put somebody on to. Because obviously Red Kettle is the hit. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that's popping off. But like, what do you think would
Sure.
put somebody on?
It's all shit.
yeah,
That's what I.
That's
That's literally
that's
in
the
my
perfect
notes
one.
because I love that song. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it's quick, it's easy, it'll put you on.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Dang.
it's a good one.
And how did that song come about? Do you know do you remember how it went?
Yeah, that one I wrote in my dorm room. That one's old, man. I think I wrote that in like 2019.
Oh,
And then
wow.
we had it just like sitting in our Google Drive for a while, and
Oh, nice Google
I think-
Drive gang.
Yeah,
Like
Google
Google
Drive.
Drive,
It's
yeah.
so
Fuck Dropbox. Fuck you, Dropbox.
so convenient. It's free too. You just make a new email.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I didn't
evil,
say
but
that.
they're not evil. That's the thing about Google, all right?
Yeah, I 100% agree.
We sent it to the $2 a month storage.
I mean, it's not bad. What was I saying though? It's all shit.
It's all shit.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I think we were just looking for songs for Red Kettle. And I was like, yeah, this would be cool if we played it. And then we did. And it sounded nice.
Wow, your workload is crazy. And the fact that you have to pick, you have to like go through. It's like, we'll do this one today. That's crazy. You know? A lot of the artists we have are more that we've done podcasts with are more new, so they don't really have as much
A lot of people
material
are
per
very
se.
spontaneous.
So it seems like you guys genuinely put in
I-
a lot of like work. You know what I'm saying?
I try to write a song a day. I'm one of those people.
I'm one of those
So-
people too. I
It's
write
a
like
good
a few
habit to
bars.
have, yeah.
Because I'm more of a rapper now, so I'll do
Okay.
like a verse maybe a day, and it's dog shit most of the time. But every once in a while, it's like.
Yeah.
I've talked about this topic before because some like with balls deep for my practices, which I'm gonna ask you how your practices go because I'm very curious. But for me,
Okay.
what we would do is like, all right, I'd have an idea for a beat, and it's like more my idea for a beat is more of like, how can I fuck up this sound wave and make it just like unique?
Mhm.
And then it's like, all right, what do we want to talk about now? So we come up with the beat. Now it's like, what do we want to talk about? And then I'm like, all right, let me just go through 50 million verses I've written, and I've talked about this probably because you eventually you cover everything.
Yep,
Like,
yep.
there's only the world is finite, all right. There's only so much you can talk about. So it's like,
Mhm.
I'll find something, boom, I'll start pasting verses from, it could be 2019 verse, 2017 verse, 2021 verse, and then boom, there's a song.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how you guys do it, or like how does your band practice go?
Like when we're just practicing, or like is this like?
The whole session, I want to know practice, recording. I want to know everything.
Okay.
Bro. I'm a fucking nerd.
Normally it's like we normally say what we're gonna do going into it. So it's like, all right, this
Yeah.
day we're just gonna straight up like practice, and either we'll run like a gauntlet of like all the songs we play live, or we'll like have a definite. If we have a show coming up, then it's like, all right, these are the songs
Yeah, do the
we'll
stuff.
do. We'll practice an extra
Yeah.
2 or 3 in case
We'll
we
make
gotta
the
fill
set like a
time.
week
and-
I want to know the
advance.
gritty details, bro. What is like do you what are you driving to when you get to that fucking practice? You listen to your shit? You listen to different music? Like,
He's not driving anywhere.
I'm not driving
We're in
anywhere.
his
Yeah, we're in my
basement.
basement.
oh,
Practice in a
you're
basement.
home base. All right, so he's home base.
Yeah, yeah.
What is the perks of that? You got all the snacks. You got good snacks.
Yeah, it's. I got my whole setup. That's pretty much how I see it. And it's
So what
like,
is your setup too? I would love to know because I mean, if you're lugging it,
what do you mean, like gear?
yeah. What's your gear like?
Oh,
'Cause we got gearheads too. You know what I'm saying?
I got a Vox. What is it? AC30.
Yeah.
It's like a shitty old Vox I got from a Guitar Center, but it cranks, so that's all you need. I normally use like a Squier, like the new Telecaster Fiestas. I think those
Yeah,
look
the
pretty sick.
semi-hollow
Yeah,
body,
yeah,
yeah.
the semi-hollow or like a Mustang copy that I made with my dad,
Yeah, it was
and then
Dang. Okay.
a pedal board, some
Just
pedals.
Some pedals. All right.
Fuzz War, Jekyll and
Yeah.
Hyde, wah, boss chorus.
Basically, the basic presets of fucking any shitty doll
Yeah.
out there. But in pedal form, which is nice to have. I mean,
It's nice, man.
it's on the fly with that.
Mhm.
What about you? What are you rocking?
Setup wise, I have a Fender Rumble 40 that I've been using. I've been using that for pretty much the whole time that
The
we've
whole
been
band,
playing,
yeah.
and I haven't found a problem with it yet anywhere that we've played.
So you're Team
sound-wise.
Fender.
And it's got a yeah, mostly. I used to be
I'm
more,
indifferent, really.
but I'll use that. I have right now I'm using a Gretsch Electromatic bass. It's got
I've
double
never heard of
humbuckers
that
on
brand,
it. It's
so
great.
I'm sure that shit's like obscure.
Gretsch?
Gretsch is pretty well known.
See, I'm new to the more instrumentation side of
Mhm.
things. I'm more with the doll side of people.
Gotcha.
VSTs,
Yeah,
pirating
yeah.
shit. But no, it's interesting to know that.
Yeah,
So
I
your
got a whole bunch
practice
of
is
pedals
just
and stuff, too,
you
yeah.
pull up to his crib, you get your snacks, and then it's either
Snacks
it's gonna
and
be a
beer.
rehearsal for a show. How's a new media happen? Like, what is like? All right, we're recording something new today. Go.
We got like our group chat,
Yeah.
or we'll get together and I'll be like, here's some songs. He'll show some songs. Other buddy Dan, he doesn't really. He just mainly like plays drums and adds all that in, whatever else he can see coming in.
He was the one that was at the show we did, right?
As I was
He was the
looking
drummer,
through
yeah.
this,
Yeah, okay.
like, I noticed the
I'm
Dan
about to say, I
lore,
remember
and
it, Dan.
I appreciated
The
that.
Dan lore, yeah.
There is some Dan
There is
lore,
some
yeah.
Dan lore. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Like, I'll show up with a song, or he'll show up. We'll have the songs that we know we like, and then practice. We'll warm up a little bit, and then it's like, all right, well, I guess I'll pick a song.
You'll
We
kind of
just
jam
go.
it. You'll kind of
just
jam
pick
it
the
for a
song.
Jam
little
it
bit.
out.
for it.
See if we want to add any bizarre,
Now,
stuff in there.
is there any? Cause I want to know your YouTube. Is there any plans for music videos anytime soon, or any other type of medium like that?
Yeah.
Or would you say like?
Yeah, I mean, we have a buddy who does videos that we've been wanting to work with, and now that he's home, it's gonna be a lot easier to get.
Yeah, that's
stuff
definitely.
Now that
done.
everyone's
I'm
around
graduated
summer,
too. I know
oh,
that
shit.
feeling, man. I had
Yeah.
so
They're
many.
all
Get
like-
on the grind
They're like
again.
5 hours away. It's like it's
Yeah.
tough.
I had
Yeah.
so many pent up fucking ideas for so long in
We had so
school.
You
many
got that notes
podcasts,
file,
and we're like,
man.
hey,
Yeah,
you
the
wanna
notes
film?
file.
And they're like, I'm 3 hours away.
My iCloud backed up notes file is
That's why we're gonna do this in March or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
so long ago, bro. But that's the thing with podcasts too. Is like I'd rather do them. Like I like doing online podcasts because there's just some guests that are too fire for me. Where it's like fuck it, get on Discord. Like we're doing
Yeah,
this
like,
shit.
there's
But it's
people in the
like
Midwest
with
that
y'all,
do
I'm like
this,
I know y'all are around here, so it's like
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
rather wait. You know,
Yeah.
there's no real point.
I'd rather do it in person too.
Yeah,
it's
it's
way
more
more fun to,
it's
like,
more
sit
natural
with the person,
because.
yeah.
Exactly. Also, you got the basement too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
it's all
It's
shit
part of
made
the
in the
whole-
basement.
yeah.
so,
What up?
you know.
The brand.
I just have a few more, little shit questions for you.
But you got
What-
to unload.
What is your favorite show that you've done, and why was it your favorite show? Because we run shows, so we want to know. We need to know
okay.
what's the pros of a show for artists. Because I feel like if your artist is having a good time, your fans are gonna have a good time 9 out of 10 times.
You mean like in terms of like what we like when we show up to a venue, or like what we
Well,
like?
anything, you know what I'm saying? What comes to mind first? Because that's usually what matters, Whether it's good setups, like what made that show perfect, and why is it your favorite show, basically? Because for me, my favorite show is probably the one we did. That shit went
Was it?
really good. Yeah, that shit
I thought that
went-
was fun. We had a great
I
time.
love
I
with
saw
Yeah.
a video of
Shows
that.
so
That
much,
was
okay.
a great show.
That was a great
How's
gig,
that?
man.
To answer your question though, I don't know. You got anything? I gotta think for a
It's a
second.
stumper, yo. It's
It
a
is.
stumper.
Yeah, sometimes we ask questions. I feel like we should almost prepare people.
What do we?
Fuck that, man. We want that raw reaction.
Raw.
Well, if we go for favorite show, I'd say our last show was a lot of fun. We had our buddy. Like, if you're saying favorite show, or you're saying favorite place to play.
No, just favorite show.
Favorite show was probably the
Oh.
last one, definitely.
Where was
because we set it up at the Meat Locker.
Oh, the
Oh,
meat
Oh,
We've been to the Meat
okay.
Locker.
I've heard a lot about the Meat
Meat
Locker
Locker
show.
Meat Locker's a
Yeah,
good
that's
time,
like-
man.
I- we played the most there, so that'd probably be.
That's the
anytime
place,
we
like, in
played,
front of all
it's
those
really
barrels
fun.
of shit, right?
Yeah, it's like there's
Somewhat.
some like barrels outside, but it's like a bunch of shops. There's a bar, Just Jake's right there, and then
Oh, wow.
it's
Hey.
right on a main street.
While we're on the topic, man, if you want to come check it out, we're playing next month.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
July
promote
9th.
your
July
shit.
9th.
July 9th.
That's right.
Woo,
Meat Locker.
baby.
That's right.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
Our
What's
favorite
your
show is
favorite
probably the
show?
last
Oh,
one. So
favorite
we
show?
set it up. We, talked to the Meat Locker about getting a show together. We had our buddy Alex Sweat, who does like more hip hop stuff. So he opened up. We had our buddies Lemon Belly that we met at the Meat Locker at an open mic.
Okay.
Had them play.
I think I've
We-
seen
we
them floating
closed it
around on
out.
Instagram.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun having a lot of people. Like that was kind of like everybody's first time back there in a while. So it was a nice it was a lot of fun.
What would you say the venue does that makes it so much fun to play?
The Meat Locker, like specifically, I mean, like I feel like that can go for any venue. Like you ever walk to a venue and it's like, man,
Like-
you look at the wall, you can just look at one wall and it's like disgusting, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, word, this is
Yeah.
perfect. Like, this is exactly
There's
where I
some
want to be
basements
right
that
now.
we've gone to shows in where I'm like, there probably shouldn't be this many people in this house.
Like, this could be-
Yeah.
You see, you
Or-
kind of like the shiesty element of it, where it's like a little bit scuffed,
There's like
a
shit
little
everywhere.
bit
it's like
raunchy.
janky as hell, but
Broken
like
as
it's
fuck.
Okay.
yeah, it's
There was that one
Mhm.
venue we went to that the wall was just like a false wall.
You know what we gotta
So
do,
people
babe?
leaning up against it and just like falling through the wall. And
Yeah,
shit.
no.
I was like, oh
We
my
went to
God.
one venue, believe it or not, where they actually had padding on the walls for moshing and shit. So if you
Mm.
fucking got clapped,
The windowsills
you would
had
be
padding
good
and
because they
shit.
had like they put
Yeah.
corner padding and shit.
They
I
had
thought that
fans
was
going.
interesting.
That's
Yeah, I
fun.
thought that was really interesting.
That
But
is-
all right, so you want a little bit of grit, a little bit of jankiness to the venue. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily.
Need a little bit of flavor in there. You know?
yeah.
All right, well, I'll end you off right here. This is the question we end most of our shows with.
We normally end with hot sauce. I've once again forgotten it, but we'll spare you this time.
We'll spare you. Till
Spare
next
the hot
time.
sauce treatment.
What is the scariest moment of your entire life?
Scariest moment.
I'll go first if you want me to.
Go ahead. I have no idea.
It's a hard one, yo.
Yeah,
It's a stumper.
sometimes it comes right to your mind. Sometimes you
I-
gotta think about it.
I was thinking about it the other day. It was I was cutting tape off of a hockey stick, and I
I
was
don't like where this is going.
not being smart at the time for whatever reason. I was
He was
cutting
cutting
up
towards himself.
like this, and it stabbed me right here.
Holy
I wasn't
shit.
bleeding. Nothing happened. I just hit the bone and came back and went, wow.
That was a close
And then
one.
that's probably the scariest moment of my life.
Yeah, 'cause
it
if you
literally
lose your
just
eye-
caught and went boom, and that from there on, probably the scariest moment of my
Losing
life.
your eye, man. That's
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine not having an eye.
holy
Man,
fuck.
that's
Ugh,
probably the
That's
scariest
the
moment
moment
of my
where you
life.
feel it, you're holding that
I've probably
shit in
never
your
told you
hands
that.
and you're like, how the fuck did I just allow that to happen?
No, I've had a couple of those moments too where it's
Yeah.
like I dropped a fucking like cigarette butt near some gasoline and shit.
Oh,
It's like,
shit.
whoa, that was a close one, Chief.
I've been doing dabs and like almost lighting some scary shit on fire.
It's like,
oh
whoa, maybe not by this
Yeah.
propane tank.
I've tried lighting up and almost lighting hair on fire.
Yeah, when I used to have hair, I used to do it all the time.
Oh yeah. What made you shit your pants, huh?
Man, I don't know off the top of my head. I don't know.
Probably
Sometimes
the
I
I
like
have to
you
phone
forget
in
on
on this one
purpose.
at a later
probably the external dread of graduating and there being no jobs.
date. I mean, yeah, that's
Graduating during a pandemic.
These gas prices pretty damn scary, y'all.
Yeah, I tell you what. Like, oh my god.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, shit.
I'll phone in at a later date.
Yeah,
I'll
if you,
take
Listen.
that
if you
one.
comment, I'll pin the comment for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Listen, Jason, if you're watching this, you know who to fuck up next to scare him, all right? But yeah, that's Radar
Ready
and
for you,
Satellite,
Jason.
people. Red Kettle out now on all platforms. They have a show July 9th, apparently, at the Meat Locker.
Meat Locker.
If you miss it, you're a bitch. If you don't miss it, well, then you're lit. So, thank you for watching. Like I said, all of our streams are
Everything, yeah.
3 to 4 times
fucking
weekdays. We're
links.
not doing weekends right now because we're setting up the fest. That's July 23rd, NTC.
If you are trying to make plans with us on a weekend, make it a weekday. That's all I gotta say.
Flyers, promo videos, all that jazz coming out soon. And thank you for watching. Yeah. Peace. Deuces.